Cool.
Are you using Craig or your own?
My own.
Craig's what we
Oh,
do.
okay, so we're good.
Unless you hear that lovely voice of Craigbot recording, is it actually official?
I know, right?
Now
Yeah.
recording.
Thank you, thank you, LiveBot. Yes.
Funny.
Um,
Well, so I mean, okay, so talk about grants real quick. So like, assuming that the soft consensus for Dream DAO goes through, and then we snapshot it and it goes through. Um, okay, and then we just give them 4 ETH. And what kind of? I mean, we can. I mean, part of me wishes we would have been a little more, I guess, thoughtful about that in terms of just like doing a proposal. I guess we'll still do that for snapshot, right? But I'm curious, like
yeah.
what they're gonna do for us. Does that sound harsh? I mean, I guess that's what I was thinking though. Like I don't know. I'm not really like second guessing it. Like I'm totally cool with it. Uh, but I was just wondering about that. And normally I don't think selfishly this way, but it's just like a thought for some reason I can't shake. Like
You're from
the thing
what?
that's in it for now, punks is we just give away 4 ETH and it goes somewhere, but then that's it.
That's
I
it.
mean,
Yeah. From this proposal, a harsh look at it is we're just giving it away, and then we get a pat on the back and maybe some ad time of like we get a little logo on the back of a free T-shirt. That's
I
it.
don't like. I guess I just don't love it, and I'm not sure when to vote in support of it.
I'm not entirely in love with it at all.
I mean, I'm fine for soft consensus, and I support it for that. But it's like it doesn't. It's not. It doesn't really resonate in my heart super hard, So I'm just like, I don't know. I mean, but I respect Maiko and don't want to be a dick. And at the same time, and if he's really feels strongly about it, that's one thing, And maybe I support it because I support Maiko, but like, I just wanted to say that.
Well, the way I saw it was just the soft consensus was just to see if the project was interesting or not. I didn't think we were already laying out the proposal. I figured at very least we would still have like be able to talk to them for the newsletter or interview them or they would feature us somehow. Like I didn't think we were getting into specifics. I just thought this was to see if there was like a compatibility test the waters type thing.
Yeah, yeah.
I hope so too. Yeah, I agree 100%. I mean, our first impression of him was like completely underwhelming. But then, I asked what's his name, Kevin Walkie, and he said he was really cool and he was impressed with him. So I don't know if you could get
That
a bit.
definitely affected my opinion.
It's
Not
a
gonna
huge
lie.
endorsement. It's a huge endorsement, right? I mean, right, CV?
Yeah, he really went out of his way too. Like he wasn't just like, yeah, he's cool. I mean, he out some nice things about him. So yeah, I think I agree there. I think that if it does pass soft consensus, we should then go to them and say, okay, what's in it for us? I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah, that's what I
No, not at
feel.
all.
I want a little bit of I want a little Dow Punk's love in this thing, to be honest, right? And okay, cool. That sounds good.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
for like the primary funder or something, like I don't know where there are other, if they're pulling funds from other sources as well. So I mean, if we're like the primary, grantee, or we're grantor, I'm sorry, then we definitely should get something.
Well, dude, I mean, like 4 ETH is no freaking joke, dude. Well, I mean, that's more than the cohort, right? I mean, it's
That'd be our biggest spend. Yeah.
My
it's your
big
biggest thing. Yeah.
my biggest thing is to me, and this is like a big thing. This is like a big sticking point for me. That 4 ETH can be either like that's 1 1/3 cohort rounds, and it just seemed the timing of the optics of it is not good. Like we just started our cohort 0, and we're trying to like figure that out, and now we're also just giving away 4 ETH to another group's cohort for like maybe like it doesn't really seem to like really like circle back, and like we would have to really work to get like some like recoup some kind of cost out of it. And this guy could be the most brilliant person in the world, but like the project is like we kind of have like competing projects, and I'd rather the money focus on improving ours and then instead of to fund others.
But I don't
I don't
disagree at
think
all.
that's selfish.
It
Yeah.
sounds like
Yeah.
there's enough. It sounds like there's enough doubt there to not even do it. But I just voted there. I don't think it aligns with really what we're heading for, and really even where we're headed to begin with, I guess. But I was kind of surprised at how many votes were for it there. I'd only quickly checked it over there. It seems rather odd, like you just said about we just did our own cohort funding.
What's
Keep
the
in mind,
kickoff date? Is it? Sorry, CB.
we do have 23.8 ETH, so
It's it's not the amount that we have, it's the like what we are like what we can use it for. And like I guess at a certain
Well, it's
point.
still 20%, isn't it? I mean, still 20%.
It's a lot, bro. It's like 15. Yeah, I mean it's a big chunk. I mean, so yeah, yeah, you're right. It is more like 20%, aren't you, Garrett?
Finance major. What can I say?
Yeah. Like, why me? Maybe I'm in argumentative mood. Sorry. Yeah. So
Sorry, Lefast. Didn't mean to
but
cut you
20%.
off.
No,
Fine.
no, I
That's a lot of the treasury, dude.
it's I'd rather see us spend the money on ourselves instead of on ad space. And that's what I'm equating this to. Like this isn't us. This isn't our project. We are paying for an ad block essentially. And like we can kind of like squeeze
Yeah.
out. We can
yeah, and I mean, keep in mind we had expenses as well. I paid some money towards getting some stuff,
yeah, yeah.
which won't last forever. So I don't know. Maybe some of that money that we have in our treasury will be allocated to pay actual DAO punks to do stuff too.
Yeah, it's like I mean we have our own expenses, which were like I CB I also need like 10 minutes of your time after a meeting to just sit there and just ask you where are all of our recurring costs coming from, so I can put it into a spreadsheet and be done, and like I can move on from that project. It's just I don't think it's ours, but then again, like I have just my opinion, and I am just a humble voice in the sea of voices.
Well, I think that's why, like for me, why I voted yes for the soft consensus, because I think that like things like that are, should be put to a vote, and the way and discussed further, and the way they do that, I think the way to do it's on Snapshot. But I don't know, like and maybe I also was feeling more supportive at that time, and I've been thinking about it a little bit. I don't know.
If there is, who knows though? There might be a tangible return. There
I
might
agree.
be a plan. I mean, that's why I was just voting to investigate further, not to say
Yeah.
yes, let's move forward. I guess
No,
I
totally.
misinterpreted it.
No, I think that's it. And then, like the CB said, I mean, we'll go and talk to them about more things and go from there.
What's in it for us, buddy?
I think that's legit, dude. And so, I mean, Dow punks are fucking dope, and it's okay. So get some love. So, I mean, it's been fun having the action in the server, right? A little more engagement, a little more hype, a little more excitement, and
Oh, yeah.
it's like, I like the energy that these things create. So, like, are these 10 people going to come and do some of the stuff we've seen these grant applicants and the grantees do? I hope so. So sweet. What else?
Garrett, you're the coordinate.
Yeah. So yeah, it's on recording, and I did have a couple questions about it. So, so for Coordinape, I just set up a test. It's called an epoch. It's just like a time frame. It's cohort 0 test, but I just dropped the link in the grants channel. It's just app.coordinape. But anyway, you log in with your wallet, and it should bring you in. You should invite you into the cohort 0 test circle, and then you should only be able to allocate to the grantees, not to like your teammates. But one question I had, the first question I had was, we're not giving tokens to the actual grantees so that they could distribute, I assume, right?
No, actually, you would grant them. We should be granting them to Dalpon community members if they happen to be one and the same. That's also like I guess a benefit.
Yeah, I think that's right. No, grantees are all DAO punk holders anyway. So yeah, I think they would. I think that's the baseline, sort of measuring stick. Do they have a DAO punk? And if they do, yeah, they get
All
tokens.
right,
Sure.
I got bugged. Someone was trying to call me.
No, you're good.
Um,
No, to just to play up what LiveFast was saying. I mean, the I think the right denominator hold a DAO punk, and if they do, then they get distribution tokens. So then they want to distribute all those to themselves. Like, so be it. You know. But I can promise you they won't do that. But I hear you. Yeah, no, I think they get it. I think they can distribute.
okay.
And I think sooner rather than later that we get like information out about this on the announcements channel so that we can begin to collect people's wallet addresses to get the coordinate, try to flush it out a bit. You know what I mean?
Shouldn't you
Yeah.
just pull all the wallet addresses that own an NFT like from a specific date and just make an announcement that we are collecting all the addresses attached to the NFT and use that? Or
It's an interesting question.
I mean,
Well, the only problem with that is that it does require manual entry. So I'd rather just start with people that want to participate. Unless there is a way to import that I haven't seen yet. There might be. So I can check on that.
I don't know. It's interesting.
could you ask the snapshot people how they just like pull all the addresses for it? I literally have no idea how any of this worked. We're
Yeah.
you're
So the
basically
way that we got addresses before for a vote was we had like I think Maiko went and used the Graph, which is a social protocol. I don't know enough about it to be able to speak how he did it, but there is some way to do that. Snapshot doesn't really collate in that same way and like have a file they can send you. I
I'm
think
sure
that the right
it's
way to do it
on
is
there somewhere.
I think we really just need to like get a sign, like create like a Google form or something, and then do that rather than like suck up 600 addresses and then have you put them in one by one. I don't mean I'm only using you just like kind of tongue in cheeky, right? But I mean like
Sounds fun though. I don't know.
It's gotta be
so I
like-
think that it's just like an opt-in system, and at the same time, I don't know if that lowers participation. Live fast. I mean, I think maybe the question is right, like, and this will be great. Like, you can dive into Discord. I don't even know if Coordinate has a Discord, but they probably do. Maybe they're a support ticket. There's a couple of these larger ones that just do support tickets, which isn't very helpful. But and then figure out if there's a way to do that. It doesn't require anybody to manually input every address holder. Because I think in the end, like you're not going to have a huge turnout for the coordinate section. Like if you get 30 or 40 addresses, I think that would be the bomb.
yeah. I'll look into it because I feel this shouldn't be a thing. Like I feel like if you set up like if this is supposed to be like if this is like the what people use for voting, why would you like? I feel like you should be able to pull like from the smart contract for the NFTs. Just pull whoever has it on a specific date, and that's it. Like,
Yeah.
It just seems so. But you're literally I'm talking to a guy whose entire career is just determining what is new and novel. So like I'm always amazed by what is new and novel. So yeah.
I would say, if anything, it would be my guess is that you could have like a request permission. Like if someone goes to Coordinate, finds our DAO Punk circle, and they request entry, then I could just approve it or something. Maybe that's a feature they have, but because this isn't technically a voting protocol in a sense, it is about compensation. It's not. These are like. Actually having like direct compensation things. So I know they want to avoid spam, like importing huge lists or something like that might be a liability. I don't know.
Anyways, I was gonna say, Garrett, I signed in to the website, the link, and I got presented with, have you been working on this epoch? What have you been working on this epoch? And your admin opted you out of receiving DP Give.
Right, because you're not going to get tokens. You're not a grantee.
Oh, but why do I have the question? What have you been working on this epoch then?
It's just that
I don't know there's a way to get past that. I think
Oh.
that's just their generic intro screen.
Oh, okay. I thought you wrote that, and like that was supposed to be like a blur for like, oh, like I thought I was supposed to be a cohort, and like this is what I would be presented with, not.
There's another screen I was able to get rid of. That's like the teams. We're not doing teams or anything, so I got rid of that. But I don't know if there's a way to get rid of that first screen. But if you just leave it blank or whatever, you go to the next one. That's where you should be able to allocate to one of the 3 grantees.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but from my angle, like it all is dialed in, dude. It looks just like how it should. Except maybe we change grantee 1, 2, 3 to the names.
Right. That was just my placeholder.
I'm sure. I'm just thinking out loud.
It's my wallet addresses, so.
Oh, funny. Yeah. Okay. Right. So they're not their wallet addresses. Yeah, of course. You can see I really know a lot about the guts of the coordinate. Thanks. No, Garrett. Awesome. Yeah, I think that if you're going to look into it, I mean, live fast to see if there's an automated process. I guess go for it. But I mean, let's think about this. We're what, 2 weeks to a week and a half away from launching Coordinate, right? So I think at this point, like we just need to announce that. I mean, I don't know if this is the cycle that we do that live fast, since we need to get this out there one way or the other. What's the easiest way, Garrett, for people to input, like to get information to you?
Well, I think the easiest way would be a form.
What do
you really just need a wallet address
and a handle.
You don't even technically need a handle. Only the admin of the group needs a handle.
I just realized that we have admin controls, so I can see what's going on.
Yeah, and exactly. I gave you guys controls so you could play around with the settings too.
No, so I totally get it. So you need to have. We just need to basically name and ETH address, right? A handle and an ETH address. And so
yeah, that's it.
It seems like we would just create a form for that and then go from there. The other option is you create a dedicated channel and you allow people to drop their handles and wallet addresses in that way. I mean, I don't have a real preference.
Yeah,
they both have value.
I was thinking of just doing that because in the Fat Choice, that's what they did for the recent mint of like for what they were needed. They needed to collect everybody's ETH address, and they actually just asked for like a couple days, just people drop your hex address so that way they can link it.
Yeah, we've done that before. When we screwed up on some POAP distribution as part of this hype deal. So like,
no, it'll be tied to their Discord handle too. So.
What's that? Yeah, right. So, I mean, if they just drop their wallet address, we'd have all the information we needed.
Yeah, I guess we could just, I mean, I'll look into seeing if they can pull it for us to make it easier. But if worst comes to worst, just like a couple days beforehand, just pull all the address, like just send up like a thread and just have everybody post their wallet address there and make it as easy as possible.
Yeah.
Well, I think that you'd want to do a channel so that people can see it really easy. Oh, and also but I would also like, like get on it now. Then I don't know live fast. I mean, I just think that maybe it's a little bit too close to the thing to worry about automation. And maybe it's my own anxiety, but I feel like I want to get an announcement out that says, here's what we have here's a channel. Drop your wallet address. We'll add you to Coordinate. Coordinate starts in a week and a half. We're allocating this, doing that for these people for this, and then we go and we shoot out that 3 or 4 times over the course of the next week and a half. And then we just do that.
Okay.
I mean, that's
seems
to be at that point. All of a sudden, like here, right?
Yeah, got you loud and clear. I mean, I can't create a channel. Weird permission thing. But yeah, like I'll 100% like be in charge of collecting addresses, getting it in Excel, and getting it to Garrett in a format that is easy for him.
I mean, I could even just do it right from the channel. It's not a big deal. I'm fine with just the channel because it's all there, and I don't think I need a separate form. And
I'll just make it.
Unless we're planning to delete it or something, then maybe but I don't see a reason to if it's all public.
That's the thing, and like we did that before, right? For that POAP, everybody just dropped address. I mean, we drop our wallet addresses everywhere.
Yeah, it's your public address.
Yeah. Get it out. I mean, we drop them everywhere. Like it's public information. It's just like whatever. So.
Or just use a burner. Like, there's no reason it has to be your main wallet anyway.
What do you guys want me to call it? Like, you're right. It doesn't have to be your main wallet. Just wait, like, probably Coordinate wallet drop.
Coordinate. I would just. Whoa, God.
I'm going to say Coordinate sign up.
coordinate sign up for cohort 0.
Yeah.
That's a little bit long. So I'll say coordinate sign up and we'll tell people what to do.
Yeah, we'll make an announcement afterwards, and just like be very.
Oh, for the channel name?
Yeah, I'm just doing a channel right now. Add moderators. What?
Yeah, I mean.
Instead of coordinated, it could be cohort innate.
Oh. Okay.
That's really good, DB. I'll do that. I like the way. That's cool.
I do like that.
Cohortinate. So I spelled it COHOR. Or do we want the T in there? Cohortinate. Yeah. COHORTINATE. That's really, I love that. Nice phrase. Nice turn of phrase, brother. A sign up. I never know. Is it 2 words or 1 word?
2.
I've seen it hyphenated, but otherwise 2 words.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. The default's the hyphens anyway. Thing. Yeah. So it looks better. Kind of. COHORT. I love that.
I mean, what other chance you going to have to use a pun with cohort? I mean, it's a tough word to play on, right?
Hey,
fair point.
Just Garrett, when you inputted our addresses, did you put it in our ENS addresses or a hex address?
I did like mine. I just did the hex. With yours, I tested the ETH. They both work.
Okay, because I just from the other group, they specifically asked for non-ENS addresses, so just thought I would ask if we needed to make that distinction up front.
I mean, for longevity's sake, I imagine they just don't want people, dropping off, and then whoever gets the ENS is then taking their give tokens or something. I mean, I understand there's a security hole there, but we can just do hex. That's cool with me. I mean,
I'm sorry,
we don't have to worry about it.
I'm sorry, I just missed what you guys said. Was you guys talking about ENS names for wallet addresses?
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, why don't we just stick with hex? Yeah.
Great. People will drop they'll drop ENS names anyway. But don't they? Didn't it look like they could plug into? Right, Garrett.
I lost you there, Hero. I don't know what you said.
Didn't I see the ENS names plug into Coordinate?
They do.
Yeah. So whatever they give us, we're fine, right?
Yeah. No, LiveFast was just bringing up what I've also seen is that they recommend not using it because it doesn't have like permanence, and someone else could get a hold of the name and reallocate your give tokens or something.
Sorry.
The small potential hole for our group, but
because how would someone?
I'm fine with either.
I guess how would someone allocate your give tokens?
The ENS names are expire after whatever you pay for them, so they could go to somebody else.
Your ENS name, yeah.
Oh.
It's a very rare niche attack vector.
Sounds good. All right, cool. What do we want to do for an icon? Icons are very important. So what
do you have
emoji?
Do you have do you have either what? Oh my god! I know that I have one right next to me. I can't remember what it's the name of it. A clipboard or an ape.
It's like clipboard. The clipboard is what I pulled up first, and then I went to checkmark. Do the clipboard because it was my first instinct too. I like it. All right. Great. And we're good. Live fast. You gonna do that announcement?
Yeah, I'll take care of that announcement right after this.
And there we are. Live fast. You're already in the program. You don't need us to drop it, right, Garrett?
Don't need to crop it.
Sorry, you don't need us. I'm tired, guys. I've slept 7 hours. In the last
if I do, I'll crop it.
Sorry, no, no, my question is: do I need to? Since we're already inside the coordinate, are you going to fire up a new one, right? Anyway, or do you already have our information coordinate? So do you need like CBs and
No.
Yeah. No.
No, and the thing is, once we create I created our circle, which is like the Dow Punk's circle now, and even after this test epoch is over, all the contributors still remain invited, and all that. Like those don't disappear.
Okay, so we're good.
So we're good there.
Sweet, that sounds great. Thanks for taking care of the coordinate side, man.
Yeah, I'm excited to mess with it and see how this whole thing plays out with the grantees.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious too.
Here's
I'm curious about participation.
Here's a silly question that I probably should know the answer to. What's the threshold for ensuring that the grantees get the other half? Do we have a threshold number?
No, I think it's just the over. I don't think there's a bottom. It's just an allocation based upon percentage of total vote.
It was weighted. Yeah, that's why I actually was gonna say refrain from saying half, because that implies they're gonna get exactly 0.5, because the coordinate was supposed to adjust the amount of the second distribution based on the result.
It's yeah. I mean, it could be one. I mean, it could be one. I mean, if it's 0 for 2 and all for 3, they get 1.5 ETH. Whatever the case.
Oh.
Right. So that's how coordinate works.
We could also name the token. I just put DP give or Dow Punks give, but we can change that too. If you have any more puns up your sleeve, Double B.
I'm not flop there, so that's probably a one-off right there.
Okay, we'll bake that in for the next week and figure out another name for it. I mean, it would be cute to have something snazzy, Cool. Well, that's awesome. Sounds like that's coming together great. Guys, I've been in meetings for 8 hours. I'm going to bail. Thank you, everyone, for everything. Oh, and thanks for coming on that podcast. I'll get all that cleaned up, and we'll get a good intro and outro and stuff going. And
yeah, I'm going to send that to you here soon.
Cool. And appreciate that, CB. Guys, thanks for your time today.
Yes,
CB, but you're a working man.
Yeah.
What are your hours, Double B?
Me for, you mean like living or work or what do you?
Yeah,
I don't know what you're getting at.
Sorry, for your fiat job. I love your Twitter account. Like, I mean, I don't really follow people. Like, I mean, I don't look at people's accounts too much, but for some reason that you're like the algorithm pops you up when I'm looking at stuff, and so I like seeing what you're doing. Anyway, though, no, I was curious. Yeah, like, do you work like? What are the hours that you're actually on the job, doing whatever it is you do?
Really, I don't really work. I don't work.
Oh, well, there you go.
I have a relatively active lifestyle, doing volunteer stuff and physical stuff, or exercise stuff like yoga. I just come back from yoga, so I was a bit late getting down there. But they're usually in the evenings, my time, so that's why some of the stuff that usually Thursday is not a good night for me. That's why I'm not really here that often. I just happen to luck out tonight.
Okay. No, I made the assumption because I've seen some shots of you like in hard hats and stuff. So I just
that was my old Fiat job. That when I was a crane operator.
That was my. I guess I thought you still did. Okay, so I thought you still did that work. So then no more. Cool. All right.
No, I left that. It'll be a year here in September.
Oh, fabulous! Oh, cool.
Awesome.
Cool. Good for you, bud.
Thanks, appreciate that.
Hero, one last thing. I know you're trying to run. But I just had an idea about semantics, or not semantics, but anyway, the I don't know what to call it, the give tokens. Since it's not a requirement to own a DAO Punk in order to be a grantee, if let's say a grantee doesn't have a DAO Punk, that means they wouldn't get give tokens then, or
I think that's right. Yeah.
So I mean, in that case, does it not present like an unfair? A conflict of interest sort of thing, or you could weight it to your own allocation and they can't, or
I think it's just like the nature of being a community-led project. If you're part of the community and have the governance rights, is what you get. That's how you exercise them. I mean, these are just the way I think about it. Like, I mean, I am not the last word on this stuff. So I
All
don't
right,
know.
just curious.
Fortunately, we don't
But
have
I'm
to
sorry.
think about this one, you know. But it's good to think about. Nice of Marcus to pick up a punk, you know. Let alone Lynx. So yeah, that I don't know. It's a great question. I think that for me, the baseline is that you're a DAO punk holder, you know. But it goes back to those conversations, you know, that were earlier about, you know, do non DAO punk community members, you know, have voting rights, and we came pretty firmly on the no. I think this is a voting right, uh, and so it's limited to
All
DAO
right.
punk holders. But maybe that's not the right answer, you know.
I'll pose it in the Grants channel async, you know,
Yeah.
just to get you know, try to pull some more opinions. But that was my last note for you.
No, for sure. Like, do you think that? But like, are you thinking that for this particular cohort that we should not allow them to give? Maybe you're. I mean, maybe you're right. You know, and
I was
that's
saying more so in general, like what you know, what benefit versus what potential downside, and to me that just seemed like a potential downside. Like, oh, I don't have a Dell Punk, and now I'm getting out, you know, allocated because I can't even vote for myself. You know, it just seems a little
I
upside
get what
versus downside.
I think I see what you're saying for sure. I wonder. It's interesting. I do think so. I mean, it's part of a philosophical question of whether you leave the wisdom to the crowd, and that when like people see that this, unless they game it so they vote right at the end, can see that this one person was selfish enough to allocate all their give to themselves, you know, versus, you know, something that's a little more altruistic or generous, then they would allocate their own give, you know, proportionally based upon that person's selfish bad behavior. So, but maybe you're right that it just doesn't matter, and in general, the downsides outweigh the upsides. I get that. So yeah, throw it out there. Let's see what people say. I'm curious.
All right, sounds good.
All right, Live Fast. So you're going to drop an announcement, Live Fast, and you're going to drop the hashtag to the channel.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to start getting coordinate. Like again, 30 to 40, I think would be great. If we get more, even better. And exciting. And so does that kick off a week from Monday?
I'm looking up the calendar right now.
Yeah, and I can make the official epoch starting at the official time. Like it'll just do a countdown. Like you won't be able to participate till the official time anyway. So we can lock that in so it's ready to open.
Cool.
Coordinate process begins on the 13th.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so we still have 11 days.
What?
You know, we one more meeting to hammer things out and test it for any issues.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually one more thing I wanted to bring up. Like, can we not have the Friday meeting? And I'm being talking really selfishly, or can we move it? Only because like I'm getting a little bit more involved in this other little DAO, and they have a community. Well, what's the truth? They do community calls then, and I think I got to talk at one soon. And so I was saying, God, do we need 2 meetings a week? And maybe the answer is yes, and 11 o'clock is all good, and I'll just continue to come, like it's no problem. But I know we were trying to figure out meeting times, and you know if we should cut one, or and if so, which one? Should we just reschedule them generally? Like, so I did want to talk about that briefly. Like one, are we meeting tomorrow? 2, are we going to continue to hold 2 a week? Which I think is probably unnecessary, but I'm also like, it's busy, guys, you know, and so it's just one more meeting. But if we need it, different story, you know. And so like, just want to throw that out.
When I originally brought that up too, I don't think we need 2 grants meetings at all. I think we need 1 and maybe a more general meeting. And I think having them back to back is just kind of like a bit extreme. Because we've been canceling a lot lately of them.
Maybe then what we do is like, why don't we just like keep? Can we just like keep this on Thursday as a standing meeting, and then just like get rid of Friday, but then like call meetings when we need them if we need another one?
Yeah, I agree. To be honest, I think that would be good.
Second, third, fourth that.
Okay. I'm happy to do that. I always believed that we needed only one meeting was needed for this. And if we needed another meeting, it doesn't need to be the day after.
And like this thing could run a little longer, and we could talk grants and we could talk too. I mean, that's kind of what we do anyway. And so, like, I don't know. I'd rather have one longer meeting if we needed it rather than 2-hour ones. Just, 9 months into like full-time DAO life, like maybe I'm starting to just a little bit start to feel meeting fatigue set in. And so, but the truth is the impetus for tonight or today is just, there's another community call that I want to check out. So it's really selfish, just to be clear.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my spiel.
All right. No.
Okay, so in that case, we'll just do Thursdays going forward. We need another meeting. We'll know it and we'll figure it out. And otherwise, maybe soft touch, run them long on Thursdays if we need to.
Yeah.
And maybe we take advantage of that group chat that the 5 of us plus Maiko and whoever else I'm forgetting is in to take care of some business. Well, Sijin, of course, async as well. We could do a better job of, and then, but really, I just don't know. I feel like we're kind of flowing, and I don't feel like a really strong compulsion to go work on the governance stuff. I mean, after that last vote, I do have some interest in quadratic voting. The community clearly did. If you want to do that, we should think about that. But maybe we bookmark that to next week.
I'm holding off until we get more information from the Aragorn.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, so they're just not ready yet. So we'll check that out. We'll check when it's ready to deploy.
I'm gonna process this audio, so I'm gonna leave. I'll talk to you guys later.
See you later, Stevie.
See you, Bushy. Take care, man. Be good. We were going to do a reflection on the how the voting went for the first cohort 0 sometime in the future anyway, weren't we?
Yeah, we are. And I was going to let you guys know, too, that I did reach out to Snapshot. You cannot. There's no functionality behind a vote. And so you just are going to see the vote totals. Like, there's no way around it.
That's
just what it is.
Yeah.
Well, so, I mean, we're talking about other governance platforms, and so we'll just keep on, exploring better tooling for us.
Sounds like there's an opportunity to create a new tool, though, honestly.
No shit, Garrett.
Seems like there'd be a demand for that, honestly.
Well, there are different protocols that allow you to do that. Like Commonwealth is a governance platform that integrates like a forum-type discourse functionality with literally with Snapshot. There's way more complex ones like, these things called Governor Bravo contracts, which are put out by Compound Finance that you can fork and modify. I encourage you to fork and modify to your needs. And then you vote through a thing called Boardroom, which is the sort of, front end UI for this voting protocol, a set of smart contracts. Like, guys, there's a lot of different ways to vote. Snapshot's just like the easiest, right? It's the McDonald's of DAO voting. And so, this Aragon product, on chain, I don't know anything about it other than it's almost about to be released, and we're totally good to trial it for them. And so, that opportunity we should check out and deploy it and see what it's like. And then if we want to go to quadratic voting, I think we put a vote up that does that. I mean, my personal preference is to go to quadratic voting. I think that even though our pal Andre from Alberta came in and distributed the whale status pretty equally, I think it demonstrates the dangers of whales. And I think that at least my sentimentality and the community's clear sentimentality on this issue was like, yeah, it's a 2 quadratic voting, so it's more fair. So I don't know. As a holder of 6 DAO punks, my power gets diluted, but I think that's appropriate given the overall goals of what we're trying to push in this space. So I'm excited for that. And I also want to be on chain because I like that idea. So, anyway, you guys are awesome. I love you all. And I'll see you around the Discord. Thanks for all you do, guys.
Hero brother, thank you for all you do, man. I'm amazed every week or whenever I see you pop up, I'm like, man, the dude just doesn't quit. You're like the train, just keep on chugging along. Like you're the best.
Thank you, sir. We do love this stuff,
I hear you. Once you go down that rabbit hole, it sucks you right in and keeps you right there.
God does it ever. Thankfully so. I can't imagine more meaningful work ever. As a guy that's been. I mean, so I'm mid 40s, right? I'm 44, and I've been working pretty much, if not full time. Even through college and law school and shit. I mean, since I was 15. So I'm just like a worker. I'm a worker.
I hear you, man. It sounds like we have similar trails or travails there. But yeah, no, keep on doing the good work, man. You do a top shelf job every time I see you around. So thank you very much.
Very nice of you, sir. Thank you. Well, lovely. Well, I can't think of a nicer way to leave for me.
Got the ego boost, and now I'm out. Later, guys.
Before somebody sells something bad. So yeah, you guys are dope, and I'll catch you up. Thanks, guys.
Thanks everybody. Have a good night.
Garrett, if
Cheers,
you
friends.
need more testing of people to do stuff, just message me. I'm happy to just like do anything that you need to just try out really quickly if you want to see something.
And yeah, you have. I'm pretty sure I gave you admin privileges too, and coordinate. So
Yeah, I mean, I have it.
should see
I don't know
all the
what to do.
menus and
Yeah, I've already allocated and done stuff. So like,
yeah, there's not much to it except for adding contributors. You could see what options they give you, and
yeah, they
but
still do that. I mean, I do like the map still shows like weighted indicator of like how many people have.
right.
Yeah, but that's fine.
It's going to be transparent again.
Yeah.
Goddamn transparency.
I,
Are we recording?
yeah, we're still recording.
I know.
All right.
Good stuff, man. I gotta run. But are you gonna be? You're in the meeting tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll
Or
still.
did we just?
I mean,
Okay.
I'll be around. I'll probably just cancel the meeting, but I'll still be around.
Yeah,
and
if you're
really
around,
quick.
man. I'm working on one other thing. I want to just pitch to you personally. I think you'd be a good person to bounce it off of. So
Okay.
if
Yeah.
the meeting gets canceled, we could still try to aim for the same time. If
Sure.
that's cool with you.
Sounds good. Sounds good to me.
Okay, man.
All right.
Well, let me run.
All right. No
Talk to
problem.
you soon.
Later.
All right, bye.